Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back for another I Saw It in Somerset Studio Magazine. This week we are using the latest issue, which is February, March, April 2025, Volume 29, Issue 1. And I am going to be using page 61. And it is Feeling Pink because Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, you guys. And this one is by Vickie Kammerer. I'm killing her name, I know, but there it is. So thank you to her for this idea. She has done, these are canvases, but I'm going to do more like card toppers, or you could even use them as journal cards, or you know, on a journal as a topper. So something like that is what I'm going for. And I don't have a lot of the things that she has, so mine are probably going to look totally different, but the inspiration is coming from these. So that's what we're going to do. So how is everybody? I hope you guys are doing well. I am doing well. I'm just going to start with one, and we're going to see how we go. I'm going to cover it with, this is just 65-pound cardstock. You could use chipboard if you wanted to, but I'm just going to use cardstock because, like I said, I might want it as like a card topper or something. So I don't want it to be so thick that, you know, it's a pain to put in an envelope and mail or whatever. That's my plan. So I'm going to just glue and put that white paper, which I know is white, far different than what she has, but we're going to put some other things over the top of it. So that's the plan, to get sort of an approximation of what she did. I just don't have a lot of painted stuff, and I wasn't feeling the mood to paint a bunch of stuff for it. So we're going to use what we got, which is what we do quite often when we do these. And that just goes to show you that you don't have to have all the things that the person in the magazine has, because of course you're just not gonna. It's just, I mean, you might luck out sometimes and have some of it, but chances are there's just so much craft stuff out there that, and we all use different things too, so our scraps and whatever are going to be different from each other, which is fine. This is just my take. So yeah, hope you guys are doing good. This is my second video today, which is why I'm wearing the same thing I wore in yesterday's video. I do try to, if I can, get a couple done, especially near the end of the week, because it always gets a little hectic at the end of the week for me. So yeah, that's what I usually try to do. Doesn't always work. This, I just realized, has nothing right there, but that's fine. All right, and then I thought it might be fun to just kind of put some of this weird this reminds me of, if you are older like I am, when we were kids in the 80s, we had these scarves made out of this exact same, I don't even know what the heck it is, stuff. And so like if we had 50s day or whatever, we would tie them around our ponytails, and I don't know, it's that funky material, but you can see through it. So I thought that'll make it pink, and then we can add our heart on top, which is really the most important part, right? So I think I'm just going to put glue on top of this, just like I did on the back side of it. And we're just going to put the fabric right on top and hope that it's not too, it's kind of porous, you know. We're going to see. We'll see how it goes. And we'll hope. I just didn't have any tissue paper that would work or anything. So it was like, well, oh, I skipped that whole section right there. We're just going to try it and see what we get. I mean, the magazine piece is definitely fabric and paper and stuff. So it's just kind of what we're doing. And if it's a wreck, we just will say we tried. And it could be. Who knows? Actually, is better than I thought as far as it's not seeping through. Because I was worried about that it would be all... The whole thing would be sticky. And it's really not. And I don't mind those little darker spots where it kind of got extra fabric. It's fine with me. Yeah, I think that will work. I think it'll work just fine. Now, of course, you probably don't have this, but maybe you have tissue paper or a different kind of fabric that might work. So this is from my friend Linda. Thank you, Linda. She sent me, she took apart one of those like rag rugs, you know, that's all twisted and tied up and everything. She bought one and took it all apart, and I guess they just have oodles of like this kind of fabric and sari silk and just all kinds of crazy stuff all wrapped up as how they make those rugs. I had no idea. But anyway, she took it all apart and sent me a whole huge bag of it. So, and this isn't fabric I might use all the time, but you know, you always find things to use it for. So it is fairly amazing. It is a good fabric to go under things too, because it's nice and thin. These are my fabric scissors. Those weren't gonna cut it very well. So yeah, I need to say hugs and blessings. Hugs and blessings to Robbie, Katrina, and Linda. Another Linda. I have multiple Lindas, so love all the Lindas. And thank you for watching and commenting and subscribing. I really appreciate all of you very much. And welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you that have watched me for a short time or a long time. I appreciate all of you very much. So then what we're going to do, I'm going to actually cut this down a bit, is we're going to collage different fabrics on top of this little piece of paper, and then I will cut it into a heart shape to put on here. And we might add some other things. I don't know. Like I said, mine is not going to be just like hers, because I just don't have the stuff for that. Plus, how boring. All right, so this is more of that. I have lots of that rug stuff because it's good pinks and colors like that. And I know it's all crinkled up and everything, but I think once I glue it, it'll be fine. I can't tell what the front and back is. It's really hard to tell. Well, I guess we'll just go for it. And this is going to get cut, so you're only going to see bits and pieces of whatever I put on here. So I'm not gonna stress about it too much. I think it might go. I don't know. Let's put it this way. It's really hard to tell what a front and a back is on that. I'm not going to worry about corners and stuff like that corner I didn't get all the way. It's fine, because we're not going to end up using the entire piece, cutting the heart shape out. And I will stitch this one, and I probably will stitch around that on the outside, just because, you know, sometimes the glue works great and other times not as much. So I think it'll just be good to add a little glue. Or a little stitch. Already has glue, Amy. Yeah. It's one of those days. This one I'm just going to glue on, since it's pretty flat. So what do you guys got going on? Anything fun for Valentine's Day? Hubby and I will probably go see my daughter at the restaurant she works at, because it's It's not her favorite day to work because she says it's super crazy and not in a good way. So I don't know. But go out and have some dinner. It's always fun. Yeah, it's going to be very patchworky. We'll see what we get. This is a cute idea, though, and pretty easy, because I mean, I know this isn't going to take me very long. Or at least I hope, anyway. To get this all covered. Mine's going to be lighter in color than hers was. Which is fine. It's all in the pinks and whatnot. And there's no rhyme or reason, because again, we're just going to cut this up, so it doesn't have, like, when you look at the whole thing, it doesn't have to look fabulous. But it could. I'm trying to find little bits. Like that one. So that's some sari silk. Which side? I guess it doesn't matter. Some fabrics it matters, some it does not. I'm gonna have the most sticky fingers ever. This fabric's vintage. It's polyester, weird feeling fabric. Stuff lasts forever, I think. Polyester. Put it down here. Okay. Strings all over my glue stick. Not crazy about that. I got this from my friend Mitzi. Thank you, Mitzi. She's so sweet. She sent it to me at Christmas time, and I like it. And I think a couple of these pieces would be pretty cool. But then I'm going to hoard it probably because it is cool. That was lovely, dear. I like that. That's cute. Oh my goodness. Doesn't rip. Or at least not when you have wimpy hands like me. They've been really sore, and it's the weather. Just kills me when it gets stormy. Kills me. I don't know if I want that one. I don't think there's enough pink on it, but this one there is. I don't want everything going the same direction. I shouldn't have put that one there. Should I? Probably going to end up losing most of this. I don't know why I'm being all special with it. Because when you cut the heart, you're not going to get the edges. And I want it to go this way. This is the most disorganized collage I've done in a long time. I had some that had hearts. What did I do with that? I had multiple pieces of it. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I did with it. Maybe I want another piece of this. This one's very wonky donkey. Makes no sense. Sorry, I'm going through piece by piece now because I want the ones that had hearts. Don't know. Weird. Very weird. This was a shirt I found, a Western style shirt at the thrift store. I washed it and took it apart because I liked the print on it for journaling. Feel free to fast forward. Sorry, y'all. I feel like I'm going at snail's pace today. I don't know why that happens sometimes. Other days, it's much quicker. Doesn't help when I can't find what I'm looking for. And something else. Yeah, this is going to end up being very different. And I am using small pieces, I know, which I don't normally do. And that's because that heart isn't going to be gigantic, so I need kind of smaller pieces. Going to worry a ton because a lot of this you're not ever going to see down here. I feel like I'm getting a sore throat, which I am not happy about at all. Hopefully it's just like irritated throat or something. This stuff, the way it all curls up is crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this one might not work. Weird, because that other stuff worked fine, but this is like soaking the glue into itself and not sticking to anything. Really weird. Hopefully it will stay there just until I can get it stitched anyway. Weird, weird, weird. All right, I'm not going to worry about those corners because it doesn't matter. So I might put just a little piece right here. Sorry, lied. Just because you never know. Sometimes you might draw in a weird way. I might be able to get 2 out of that, so we'll do it. Now I'm going to go stitch it, and then I'll come back and we'll cut it. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I stitched all crazy, just however, doesn't matter. It's just all cuckoo all over the place, right? So now we need to cut a heart. So if you want to, you can draw your heart on the back to make it easier. It's up to you. I'm going to just do a basic kind of long heart like she had in hers. And you don't have to follow these lines. It just might be a guide. Or you can just freehand it, which is probably what I would normally do. But I'm just doing that. Oh, I did say I might be able to get 2 out of it, huh? I don't know if I can get 2 out of it. Well, let's try it. And I'm just going to cut the stitches and not worry because start at this end. I need to watch for those. So because it's going to get glued down onto your piece. If you weren't gluing it down, then you might want to cut first, stitch later. But I'm just kind of doing it the way it looked like hers were done to me. So never mind the drawing on the back. I don't think I'm going to be able to get 2 of these anyway. Maybe, yeah. And you could obviously make this smaller if you wanted to, or whatever. And I think it's kind of cool, like you can see the way the stitches, you know, get cut and then they just sort of hang out there, but I like that look. I think that looks very cute. I'm going to go around this with some ink, but you don't have to if that's not your thing. I just think it might help it stand out a little bit better. And I might cut this down just a skosh, kind of like she had. I don't know. Let's cut another one. Let's see how we do. Oh, that's gonna be upside down, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Because I'm not gonna get the width. So it's gonna be upside down. So I guess maybe better idea not to use, oh, I forgot to mention, you guys are probably like, you put other stuff on there. Yes, I did. Right before I stitched it, because I had forgotten to tell you guys, I added just some crochet, some eyelash trim, I just set it on top, a piece of this lace, and then I went and stitched it. So I didn't glue it down, I didn't do anything, I just set it on top, and then stitched all around. So now I have, that's one of my hearts. This is the other one. They're just very fun, I feel like. And you could add things to those still. Like I have these fun little rosettes that have all kinds of color and whatnot in them. We could put one on here as well, just to add to it if you want. I think they're really cool though. I could put it up here on this one. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. But this is another one of those projects that is, put whatever you want, right? Like, it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong. It's not, if you don't have this or that, add something else instead. You could add buttons. That would be another cool thing to add on these. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with the background. There's something about it that's not done for me. I don't know if it just needs to be a little bit narrower. She did add, like, could do something like this. She went down the center with kind of just some frayed fabric, but I think it might be kind of fun to do like that kind of thing. And this is all janky right there, so I'm gonna get a better cut here and go right across the middle. This is just trim I got at Hobby Lobby, so not antique or anything, but you definitely could use some fancy antique lace trim. Try to do it sort of in the middle. Yeah, I like that a lot better. It just added, it just needed something back there. And that's kind of cool. It'll frays when you go over it. Oh, I do need to stitch around this too, but I'll do that last. It might even be a good idea to round the corners, but I don't think this will cut. Ah, it did. That stuff stayed on a lot better than I thought it would. So that makes me happy. I don't know which one of these I like better. I think I might like that one on there. And maybe do a lighter background for that one. I'm just going to tack this down because when I stitch it, it will stay better. Like, because I'll stitch around the edge and just catch the edge on both sides. Kind of in the middle. What's going on there? Glue or fuzz, I don't know. Just put lots of PVA glue to hold it. Lots in the middle. Super cute. I like it. Oh, is it gonna stay is the question. And I can't stitch this until it dries. I don't like how that got out there. Okay, we're gonna let that be, and then maybe we'll do the background of this one a little bit different. Let's see what we get. Because I have this, is this big enough? Yeah, I think it is. A little bit lighter. I like that better. Where did the heart paper go? I'm using the same one again because that's just what I have out, so. But you could do script, would be really cool. Different heart paper, floral paper, whatever. This one will be faster. So you can see an entirely different look than what she did, but it's just kind of the nature of it. And this paper I found on Etsy, I'll try to remember to leave the link. If I don't leave the link, all these black and white papers are linked with my why can't I think? Calendar journal that I've been working on, because I've been using the black and white with the bright colors. But I'm sure you could also go on Etsy and just put in heart doodle digital download or something like that, and it would, something like it anyway, would come up. They got lots of doodly papers on there. Okay, this one has this kind of weird trim at the top, but I could put it up at the top. I might have enough to, we'll try to finagle it. Hopefully this one will stick as good as the first one did. I don't know, because that other little piece that we tried to add did not stick well. Totally depends on the fabric. Can I get this on here? Got all kinds of little fuzz stuck to it. And my fingers are sticky. Come on now. There's a paisley design on there. Definitely kind of boho fabrics. This one stuck nicely. Okay. Sorry, this was a little bit of a slow process today. Kind of fabric's always interesting to deal with. It's not always super friendly. Okay, let's try again to round the corners. Find my corner rounder. That surprisingly works. I'm flabbergasted at what these things will and won't cut. There seems to be no rhyme or reason. And I'm probably ruining it, and then it'll never cut anything again. Because that's how they are. Okay. I'm going to ink a little, just a little. And then I'll stitch around these, and I'll come back and I'll show you guys what that looks like. But yeah, I think I like this one better on that kind of color. That colorway. Maybe this. She did hers down this direction, and I'm wondering what that would look like. No, I think I might have to use the hearts again, just because I don't know. It just really adds something, I think, to these. Yeah, maybe it's just my style. I just like it better. I think that might be a little long, but if it is, I'll just trim it. I think I have it backwards too. It's really hard to tell with these things. Maybe that's backwards. Don't you hate that? I think, yeah, this is the back. They're really hard to tell. These are super fun, I have to say. I like it. Can we maybe trim this before we... I guess I could wait until I added the... or stitched it. But we did it. Going to try to put a tiny bit down there and more in the middle. And because you're putting glue on those stitches, I mean, I highly doubt it would ever come out. It could, but by then I don't think anyone will be worried about it. Okay, I'm gonna pause and go stitch around the outside, and I'll be right back. Okay, here they are. And then I'll show you the original, which is very different, but you can still see the inspiration. All right, guys, I hope you give it a try, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again soon. Love ya. Bye.